Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Jeff Foster. And today I've got just one quote again to share with you. It's a little bit more like a poem. And the name of this poem is Let Yourself Rest. But let's get some context before we get to the poem. We live in a world that glorifies action, a go, go, go world where you're constantly bombarded with messages about productivity, hustle, and achieving more. To-do lists overflow, schedules are crammed, and the pressure to constantly achieve can be quite overwhelming. Somebody, good morning. Linda, good morning. Danae, good morning. Hello, beautiful humans. Lovely seeing you on this cold July morning. Now, of course, productivity does have its place, but the overglorification of action can create an unhealthy imbalance that is often the cause of our disease. There exists a teaching about the balance between action and rest, and it's called being, doing, and becoming. Being is described as the moments when we are simply enjoying the beauty that life has to offer. Doing is described as taking the actions that add to the beauty that life has to offer. In other words, being productive. And then becoming is the understanding that finding the balance between the two, becoming better at holding both simultaneously, is a constantly evolving journey. The journey of our life is becoming better at the balance between being and doing, as we are slowly becoming. The piece I'm sharing from Jeff Foster doesn't really cover the whole balancing act, but it does speak about one side of this. It reminds us to rest. The little poem goes this way: if you are exhausted, rest. If you don't feel like starting a new project, don't. If you don't feel the urge to make something new, just rest in the beauty of the old, the familiar, the known. If you don't feel like talking, stay silent. If you're fed up with the news, turn it off. If you want to do nothing, let yourself do nothing today. If you want to postpone something until tomorrow, do it. Feel the fullness of the emptiness, the vastness of the silence, the sheer life in your unproductive moments. Time does not always need to be filled. You are enough simply in your being. Hey Anthony, good morning. Good to see you, dude. There is, of course, a time for doing. And when it is time to take action, let all of your focus be poured into your doing. Just don't forget that there is a time for rest too. And when it's time to be, let all of your attention rest in just being. The famous SERENITY Prayer beautifully captures the essence of balancing action and non-action. Help me see where to surrender and show me where to take action. Discerning when to step forward and act and when to step back and let go is a crucial skill for navigating life's challenges. When we allow ourselves to rest, we create space for clarity and inspiration. We replenish our emotional and mental reserves, allowing us to approach action with renewed vigor. So if you're ready, our meditation today is the Serenity Prayer. Let's see if we can find that balance, or find some answers on that balance between action and no action. You can close your eyes and we'll take the first few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. What has been your relationship with being, doing, and becoming? I want to repeat that teaching again. It describes being as simply enjoying the beauty that life has to offer. What is your relationship with simply enjoying the beauty that life has to offer? How easily do you switch from go, go, go to just chilling, spending time in nature, enjoying beautiful art, enjoying all parts of creation? And doing is described as taking the actions that add to the beauty that life has to offer. When we look at art, it's simple to see that someone took action to add to the beauty that life has to offer. But we don't always feel it in our own lives. The challenge here is to see how the actions you take, no matter what they are, no matter what job you do, that the actions you take do indeed add to the beauty that life has to offer. And when you're able to see that, when you're able to see how your actions add to the beauty that life has to offer, I think then we more easily pour our energy into doing when it's time to do. And then becoming, in the teaching of doing, being, and becoming. Becoming is the journey of holding this balance with more and more ease, the balance between being and doing. Becoming better at enjoying the beauty that life has to offer, and becoming better at taking the action in understanding of adding to the beauty that life has to offer. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. Lean your upper body over to the right. See if you can get your left ear just a little bit closer to your left hip. And then see if you can get your right ear just a little bit closer to your right hip. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, the question once again is, what is your relationship with being, doing, and becoming? Take your next big breath. The Serenity Prayer is the framework for being, doing, and becoming. In terms of being, the Serenity Prayer asks, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Show me where to take a step back and take no action, only be. In terms of doing, the Serenity Prayer asks, please give me the courage to change the things that I can change. Show me where to lean in, where to take the action that changes things. And in terms of becoming, the Serenity Prayer asks, please help me find the wisdom that knows, that understands where I need to back off and just be, and where I need to step up, take action and do. Wisdom and becoming seems synonymous in this situation. For this exercise, we trust that we can use the Serenity Prayer to ask for guidance as well. Ask for guidance and listen and trust that we will be guided to the answer. So for a moment, prepare yourself to ask questions and listen. Trust that your soul knows what the answers are. And trust that even if you don't find a clear answer right now, if you remain open, you will be guided to seeing the answers clearly. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, set the intention. Tell your soul, tell God, tell the universe, I am here to listen. Take your next big breath. The first line of the Serenity Prayer goes, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Repeat that to yourself a few more times. Please give me the serenity to accept what I can't change. How do you feel about those words? How do they feel in your mouth? And when you bring those words into your heart, how does your body react? God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Take your next big breath. Then we'll turn that into a question and listen. Can you ask the question while also completely letting it go? Can you ask the question and not be desperate for an answer at all, but just be curious about bringing yourself to a space of openness and listening? Can you trust that even if you don't get a clear answer now, you will be guided, and the answer will be clear when you see it? The question is, please show me where to let go. Please clearly show me one thing that I have to step away from and let go. Show me one thing that I have to stop trying to control. What is the one thing I have to accept that I cannot change? Take your next big breath and listen. The next line of the Serenity Prayer asks, please give me the courage to change the things that I can change. It speaks about action. Repeat this to yourself a few more times. Please give me the courage to change the things that I can change. How do those words feel in your mouth? And then bring those words into your heart. How does your body respond to the words? Give me the courage to change the things that I can change. Take your next big breath. And then we'll turn that into a question. The question is, please show me one thing that I do need to change. Please show me clearly one thing that I do need to take action on. Where can my doing be better applied? To simplify the question again, please show me one thing that I do need to take action on. Take your next big breath and listen. And then the last line of the Serenity Prayer asks, please give me the wisdom to know the difference. And this one really is key, because we do need wisdom to understand where to take a step back and where to take action. Because when we let go, when we take a step back on things that we should be taking action on, then we keep repeating the patterns from the past. We keep recreating the past when we step away from the wrong things. And the opposite is true as well. If we keep trying to change things that are not ours to change, we will keep ourselves stuck in the same old loop. And it's not always so easy to see where to take a step back and where to step up. Wisdom is what we need. And this speaks beautifully to becoming wiser and wiser with guidance. So as you take your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, have gratitude for the wisdom you're growing into. Say the words, thank you for the wisdom that I am growing into. Thank you for becoming the very best version of me. Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together. Slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips all the way into your body. Feel how softness really is your home. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back. You can even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Jeff Foster's quote or poem this morning speaks about our hustle culture specifically. It speaks about the overemphasis that is placed on doing, and it reminds us to rest. His words are, if you're exhausted, rest. If you don't feel like starting a new project, don't. If you don't feel the urge to make something new, just rest in the beauty of the old, the familiar, the known. If you don't feel like talking, stay silent. If you're fed up with the news, turn it off. If you want to do nothing, let yourself do nothing today. If you want to postpone something until tomorrow, do it. Feel the fullness of the emptiness, the vastness of the silence, the sheer life in your unproductive moments. Time does not always need to be filled. You are enough simply in your being. There is a time for doing, of course. And when it is time to take action, let all of your focus be poured into your doing. Just don't forget that there is a time for rest too. And when it is time to be, let all of your attention rest in your being. When we allow ourselves to rest, then we create space for clarity and inspiration. We replenish our emotional and mental reserves, and this allows us to approach action with renewed vigor, with renewed energy. What is your relationship with becoming? How have you found your balance with your being and your doing? Are you becoming wiser and knowing where to take a step back from what you can't change, and where to have the courage to change the things you can? We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the Serenity Prayer. A timeless piece of guidance. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the journey of learning how to hold the wisdom of the Serenity Prayer in a better and better balance. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of being, of simply enjoying the beauty that life has to offer. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of doing, of taking the action that adds to the beauty that life has to offer. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. And thank you for your journey of becoming the wisdom that knows the difference. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sunmari. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Danae. Wishing you all a really beautiful day and ease in finding the balance. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.